4.5 billion years ago, our planet began to form as a true galactic furnace. A radioactive ignition within its interior, combined with cosmic impacts, generated intense heat that caused Earth's core to reach 60 degrees Celsius. Earth's interior hides a nuclear engine at 6,000 degrees Celsius, and this absurd heat creates two invisible monsters that control the planet: convection and mantle plumes. Convection works like a boiling soup that drags continents. Ultra-hot magma rises from the core, cools in the crust, and this eternal cycle drags the continents. But plumes are worse. They are like gigantic thermal blowtorches that rise directly from below, piercing and tearing the surface to create supervolcanoes and mountains. If the mantle melts everything, why do continents still exist? Thanks to they are the oldest pieces of the crust, with deep roots of buoyant, ultra-resistant rock that extend 200 kilometers into the mantle. When the mantle magma hits them, it simply deflects. They are indestructible anchors. The plates insulate the heat and waterproof the crust. The mantle pushes with brute force, and the cratons hold the structure. Tectonic plates represent the hull of a boat that only floats. Cratons are the keels. It is this tug-of-war that keeps the planet alive. What if mountains are not formed only by tectonic plates crashing into each other? What if part of that force starts from below, rising from deep inside the Earth? In 1912, Alfred Wegener proposed continental drift. He noticed that continents seem to fit together like puzzle pieces. Does the compression that forms mountains always come from plates pushing sideways? Or does the force begin deeper down, as vertical pressure that rises lifts the crust? If it has deep roots, then it does not respond to Earth's forces like a thin, uniform plate. When a plume or deep pressure rises from the mantle, it meets those ancient keels. The force changes path, spreads out, creates domes, reactivates fractures, and can become lateral compression. That is the central idea. Cratons may not be only old and stable pieces of crust. They may be fundamental mechanical parts, capable of guiding how a continent resists, bends, breaks, and moves. That is why I call cratons the stone keels of the continents. I did not see them as smooth plates sliding over the mantle. From my experience in construction, I imagined that a structure this large had to have deep foundations. Later, I discovered that geology calls these ancient and resistant parts cratons. A craton is a very old and stable part of a continent, with deep roots extending toward the mantle. In my view, it works like a stone keel. A sailboat without a keel is pushed around by the wind and loses stability. With a keel, it gains direction, lateral resistance, and balance. Do we understand continents by looking only at plates, or do we also need to look at their root?